Who?
She works at Baseline. She had a little chat tonight with two of her friends, so I was practicing some Spanish with them.
That's awesome. That's great. But is she a teacher at Baseline?
Well, it's not. It's her own private party.
Okay, okay.
You're my only teacher. It's just I met Deanna. I met Danielle first time at the Medellin, and
Okay.
I think she's working at that school Baseline now.
Huh. Okay. Yeah. So is he Colombian or is he Venezuelan?
What?
Is he Venezuelan?
No, she's Colombian.
Okay. Yeah. Nice. Yeah, because I mean, I've had a look at their webpage, but I've heard that some people are located in Venezuela, so the network sometimes is unstable. I don't know. A student of mine told me that he had taken that, but like in the middle of a lesson, the network just broke down because they got no light. So yeah.
Yeah, she lives in Medellin.
Okay.
I met her. She had a Norwegian boyfriend when I first met her. She was I met her at the first hostel I stayed at. Then we always stayed in touch. So one night I went. Me and a couple Canadians went up to the school for a language meetup. They have a nice campus up there. I don't know if you've been to their building or not.
Okay.
But, you know, when everything quarantines over, they do like I think they did like a Thursday night language meetup.
Okay.
So I walked up there with a Canadian guy. It actually was close to the hostel I stayed at. Once I figured how to walk to it and back. She's
Right.
a good friend, and I might talk to her. We were just talking about music. I was practicing some Spanish. They were practicing their English, and we were talking about music tonight. So
that helps a lot. That helps a lot. I actually got to do that when I was teaching at the university. So it was either getting a degree, a bachelor's degree in teaching, or it was taking a TOEFL exam at the very least with a C1 level. So I went for it. And that's how I practice. I just started going to so many language exchanges, and that helps a lot to improve your fluency. So I really like that.
Yeah.
So I want to check if you're having a look at the floating green note. Are you watching it?
Well, your screen's too small.
Oh, okay. Hold up. Let me just enlarge it. We'll do that. Wait, this. Okay, I'm still getting the hang of this floating note. Yeah. So I need to write down something to make it small, but okay, how about that?
That's good.
Yes, so how about the floating green note? Can you see it?
Yes.
Yes, okay, great. Yeah, I've wanted to download this. I didn't know what the name was, but I was like, well, it's got to exist. It's got to exist. So I started trying some applications, and this one has been like the best one, like the most stable of them all. Yeah. So I really like it because that way I don't need to go back and forth from Duolingo and the other things. And have you realized that sometimes Duolingo is crashing up, so it restarts the application? Like now, like I had it open and it restarted, so I want to avoid that. Okay, so what castle are you at right now?
I'm in Castle 2. I'm halfway through. I did one level of plans.
Okay, plans.
In 3, and now I'm in plans. I don't know how you say it in Espanol. Planes?
Okay. Planes. Yeah, the thing is that the titles that they set in, like, for English learners, they might change a bit, but I'm very convinced, or I think they're pretty much the same thing. So I'm going to show you some of the topics that you already covered, but we'll do a hard lesson of those topics that you already had a look at, so you get a little bit more practice and more fluency in those. So we've got routines, emotions, food, time, parents, and at home. Which situation would you like to improve? of the ones that I am showing you right now. All these situations belong to Castle 2, so it'll help you review the things that you already studied and yeah, like to be more confident in these situations.
Let me just trying to find where the bookmarks are. Hold on a second.
Okay.
I'm just trying to. I just want to find the page where I keep the notes for each lesson.
Are you what?
Okay, so this is Castle 2 we're in?
Yes, all the content that will be. So what we're going to be doing from today on is, instead of having a look at the content that you haven't studied, we are going to review the one that you already studied, but we're going to do hard lessons instead of just the basic vocab that you went through when you passed those units.
Well, why don't we start maybe at the beginning of Castle 2, there should be activities too, or routines?
Routines, yes, this is it. So let's do our hard lesson and see how you do.
All right.
Yeah, someone told me, gave me the feedback, and they said that it was better to just review and have less new words in each lesson. So I think it's also a good idea for your lessons. So let's do this one. Max likes your class. How would you say this one in Spanish based on the words that were given down the screen?
Max gusta.
A Max le gusta.
A Max le gusta tu clase.
Tu clase. Yes, nice. Once again, a bit quicker. A Max le gusta.
A Max le gusta tu clase.
Yes. What is the translation of the words down the screen? Abierto and tocan.
Abierto, is that open?
Yes, that's open. And tocan.
That's as a verb, is that to take?
That would be they touch. They touch, or it can also be they play, but as in they play an instrument. Okay.
Let me just write those down.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm tocan me electro piano nuevo. I got a new electric piano.
So yo toco, you would say yo toco.
Yo toco.
So check the note. The idea is that you check the note up the screen, because that's going to be the new board, if you will. So yo toco, like this. Yeah, maybe I would love to know if I can make the word the font a bit bigger. I'll try. I'll figure it out probably. So Max le gusta tu clase. And yo toco piano. You should say yo toco piano. As a matter of fact, that's not actually a piano. You actually connect it to the electricity, don't you?
Well, it's an electric piano. It's a keyboard. It feels like it feels like a piano. Excuse me, when you play it. I'll send you the information about it. It's very advanced, because when you press the key harder or softer, it acts differently. So if you record the piano, it's an electric keyboard, but it has a touch of a feel piano. But I still one person believe playing a real piano just gives you a different vibe than playing a fake piano.
So the way that
you're playing a real piano, you're actually causing a hammer to hit a string.
So the way that we call these ones is organeta. That's how we call them here in Colombia, an organeta.
Yeah, I used to play the organ as well, but yeah, it's organeta. But yeah, I'm gonna play some songs next week for the other group.
Okay.
I'm gonna take some internet lessons, and I might take some private lessons, because I know how to read music. I just have to get back into it. It's like a language.
Yeah, definitely.
I didn't do my Spanish for a while, and I knew certain words, and I just got to keep going, so I keep remembering them.
That's the thing. That I was talking about that with another student. I think I have also told you that if you're not learning or practicing today, you're actually forgetting what you already learned. So that's why it's so important to keep practicing. And yeah, definitely it works. It's the same philosophy for exercise, for everything, like instruments, like singing, like whatever. So let's get started then. Well, let's continue. Muy buena música, pronunciation.
Can we see this one? Muy
Yes.
buena música.
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 Exactly.
I have to remember the M sounds like saying moose. Música.
Yep, that's correct. So what's this?
Very good music.
Very good music. How do you say film?
Particular.
Película.
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 Yes, and how do you say flute?
Oh.
Flute.
I don't remember.
Flauta.
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 Yes. Okay, let's continue.
Down.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not a very, I understand Duolingo, but that's not really a really important word to me right now. Flauta. I'll try to remember.
Yeah. It's up to you to write down the words that you consider important.
Well, I'll write down all the words I come across in Duolingo. It's just sometimes the one I connect with more or use more, think about.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree on that statement. Like for example,
the Spanish, you have like academic Spanish, medical Spanish.
There is it doesn't necessarily be that focused. There are just words that you may use or not. For example, in my case, I've got a motorcycle, so it makes sense that I know how to say accelerate or I don't know, the seat or the back seat or the helmet or gasoline, or I mean just basic stuff. It doesn't need to be that professional, so to speak. But definitely, like for example, helmet was a word that I learned after having been studying for about, I think it was like 5 years after I have started learning English, and I've had a motorcycle all these times. So I was like, why haven't I learned that word? So yes. Yeah, like that makes sense to memorize the words that you already use in your native language. I mean, I think that's just common sense to just do that, because of course you're very likely to use those instead of those that you don't even use in your native language.
Yeah.
So let's do this one. How would you say in Spanish I study music at school?
Yo estudio la música en escuela.
So repeat after me. Yo estudio música.
Yo estudio música.
Música. En la escuela.
En la escuela.
Yes. What's the translation of the word on the screen? Dolor.
Is that a verb?
That is a noun. Verbs in Spanish only end, the infinitive ones, they end in AR, ER, and IR.
Okay. Is that dollar?
No. So I've actually been very, this is very tricky. The word is very tricky because you can confuse it with that word. So no, this one is pain or sorrow.
Okay. Because it's Dolores, right? Dolor.
Yes. But the currency, your currency is dollar. Yeah, so you need to be very careful with the pronunciation. Yeah. So the first one is a no, and the second one is a nay. So this one is dolor, double two O's. Exactly, and the currency is Dólar. Dólar.
Dollar.
Yes. So you need to be very careful with the pronunciation of that A, like dólar.
Dollar.
Yes. And this one is dolor.
Dolor.
Yes. Okay. So shall we continue?
See.
So this one, he has 2 cars. How would you say this one in Spanish?
Él
Tiene.
tiene dos carros.
Good. Do you like to play soccer?
¿Te gusta jugar al fútbol? Fútbol.
Again? Okay, let's do it again. ¿Te gusta
¿Te gusta
jugar al fútbol?
jugar al fútbol?
Jugar
Jugar
al fútbol.
al fútbol.
Nice. What's the translation of the word nuevo? The one down the screen.
New.
New. Yes, and how do you say old?
Joven.
Joven is young.
Okay.
Joven is young, and old is viejo.
Viejo.
Viejo. Viejo. Viejo.
Okay.
Like that.
Viejo.
Yes. Let's do this one. Where do you play soccer?
¿Dónde jugas?
¿Dónde juegas fútbol?
Juegas
Okay.
fútbol.
Fútbol. So again, ¿dónde juegas fútbol?
¿Dónde juegas?
¿Dónde juegas?
¿Dónde juegas?
Juegas
fútbol.
Football. Yes, good. Well, how about the other words? What's the translation of the other 3 words?
Okay. Facili is easy.
And examen, that's easy. And noche.
Examen is exam, and noche is night.
Yeah, good. I go to class every morning.
Yo voy a clase cada mañana.
Yo voy a clase cada mañana. Once again.
Yo voy a clase cada mañana.
Yeah, once more, be quicker. Yo voy a clase cada mañana.
Yo voy a clase cada mañana.
Cada mañana.
Cada mañana.
Yeah, good. So what is vaso? The word down
glass.
Yes, and how do you say for the flowers? How do we call it in English? A vase? A vase? Yeah, where you put the flowers?
We put it in a vase.
In a vase. How do you say vase in Spanish? Any guess?
Taza?
That is florero.
Florero. Okay.
Once again, florero.
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 Nice. Yes. And let me just stop this. So yo voy a clase cada mañana. He has a Spanish name. How would you say this?
Él tiene un nombre español.
Yes, él tiene un nombre español. How about the other word número? What's the translation of that in English?
Number.
Number, yes. Do you go to work together?
Van.
Van, yes.
Usted, ustedes.
Van ustedes.
Trabajo juntos.
Van ustedes al trabajo juntos. Once again.
Van ustedes al trabajo juntas.
Juntos.
Juntos.
Yeah, how about the word down the screen, gracioso? What's the translation of that one?
Gracioso. Is that a grocery?
Grocery store would be tienda.
Okay.
Would be a tienda.
Okay.
But
Tienda.
yes, but the word gracioso
is
gracious. Gracious. I guess it's the same as funny, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, van al trabajo juntos. Yeah. So David goes to work every day.
Oops. David. Ir.
David va.
David va. Trabajo.
Al trabajo.
Al trabajo. Cada día.
Cada día, yes. Ir would be the infinitive or of goes, as in to go.
Yeah.
That's how you would find it in a dictionary. But the conjugation for the third person would be va, goes. This one, do you use a dictionary to study?
Unas.
Usas.
Usas. Un diccionario. Diccionario.
Diccionario.
Diccionario para estudiar.
Yep. How about blanco? What's the translation of that one?
White.
White. And how do you say black?
Negro.
Yes, sir. She uses a dictionary every day.
Ella. Usa.
Yep.
Un diccionario.
Diccionario.
Diccionario. Los días.
Todos los días. Once again, let's do it again from the beginning. Ella usa.
Ellas unas un diccionario.
Once again, ella usa.
Ella usa.
Un diccionario.
Un diccionario.
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 Todos los días.
Todos los días.
Nice. She has a music class every day.
Ellas tiene una clase de música.
Ella tiene una clase de música.
Todos los días.
Todos los días. Okay, once again, ella tiene.
Ellas tiene.
Ella tiene.
Ella tiene.
Una clase.
Una clase.
De música.
De música.
Todos los días.
Todos los días.
Good. He goes to work every morning.
Ella, él. Va.
Yep.
Al trabajo. Cada mañana.
Okay, repeat after me. Él va
Él va
al trabajo.
a trabajo.
Trabajo
Trabajo.
cada mañana.
Cada mañana.
Yes. How about the word dinero? What's the translation of that one?
Dinero is money.
Money. Yes, sir. She plays soccer at the university. How do you say this one in Spanish?
Ella juega.
Juega.
Juega. Ella juega.
Remember that J's in Spanish
Yeah.
sound like an H in English.
Okay. All right. Okay. Ella
Juega.
juega
Soccer.
el fútbol
Football.
en una universidad.
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 Yeah, remember that you should be pronounced like that every time.
Yeah.
Like, if you say you, that's enough for people not to be able to understand you.
Yeah.
Okay, so you need to be very careful with that vowel. This one, pronunciation after me. Ella trabaja.
Ella trabaja. Trabaja.
En una escuela pequeña.
Pequeña.
What's this?
She works in a small school.
She works in a small school. Good. So pronunciation. Él trabaja.
Él trabaja.
Él trabaja.
Él trabaja.
En una universidad.
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 Yes, so what's this?
She works at the university, or he works at the university.
Yes, sir. He works at a university. He works at a university.
He works at a university. Una. Okay.
University. He works at a university. Okay, let's do the pronunciation once again, and we'll be done for the day, okay?
Okay.
So, él trabaja.
Él trabaja.
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 En una universidad.
Universidad. Universidad.
Exactly, yes. So remember to be very careful with the U, right? Because
okay, I gotta say, I'm gonna write that U and I should say uni. Uni. Okay.
So I'll talk to you on Thursday at the same time, and if you've got any questions, just let me know. I'm going to cut these notes and paste them into the conversation to send them to you. Okay.
All right.
Okay. Thank you so much for today. I was running some errands here at home with a guy who was making some repairments. Okay. So I really appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, I can always stay up late if need be.
Okay, thank you so much.
I got to do a half hour every day on the piano too. So
that's great. That's great.
I'm going to try to talk to my mom, making one of the rooms to an office. That way I can have the computer, the keyboard, all in one place. And when there's no emails available, I can just work on Spanish or play music.
I mean, like, that's the way to go, because right now that's pretty much all we can do. Like, learn something, read, like sharpen any of the skills or learn a new skill. The person who's just watching TV all day without learning anything in this pandemic, they're just wasting their freaking time. But
well, I've been trying to. Went to my friend Brian's house. We watched Pulp Fiction. and then I introduced him. Steven Spielberg's first movie was called Duel.
Mm.
It's
Okay.
about a guy who's being chased by a demonic truck.
Okay, that sounds
movie.
weird, but
Yeah, he gets in his truck and you can't see the driver, but chases him, tries to kill him. It's based on a short story by a guy named Robert Matheson, who wrote a lot of good science fiction novels and books. He wrote the movie I Am Legend that Will Smith was in.
Okay, I mean, I find that movie very weird as well.
well, it's not faithful to the book. The book is better, but William Matheson, he really wrote a movie called The Night Stalker that inspired the TV show The X-Files.
Okay.
And he also wrote a lot of Twilight Zone episodes. So the Twilight Zone is somewhat responsible for the TV show Black Mirror.
Okay. I heard that's a good one.
Yeah, Black Mirror is very good. But if you have if you need to watch, one thing I'm trying to do with my friend Brian, I'm trying to introduce him to classic old movies.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of just watching the new stuff that comes out, because a lot of the new stuff's it's remakes, it's sequels, it's there's not a lot of imagination. In America, we have this political correctness now, the social justice stuff. So you can't make jokes, ethnic jokes, or jokes that offend anybody. Even if they're not mean spirited, they're like so there's something better just about some of these older movies.
Right.
They're free to do stuff.
Okay, fair enough. So, I mean, if you can share one of those links, if there is a link that you can share with me, that'll be quite appreciated. Like, I never know what to watch, so yeah, anything is quite welcome.
Yeah, I don't. It's probably not free to watch online, but I'll send you a trailer or a review of the movie.
Sure. That'll work.
But it's interesting. And if you watch it, later on, Steven Spielberg did the movie Jaws about the shark.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the same idea. It's just first you're getting stalked by a truck, and then you're stalked by a shark. But it's when Steven Spielberg was making these films that didn't have a big budget, I think he was just making better stories. I think sometimes when they have all this money for special effects, it takes away from telling a good story.
Yeah, I agree on that. Probably. I mean, there is also good stuff, like the two things together. That's when the magic of the seventh art, so to speak, like pops up. So yeah. Okay. So I mean, yeah, if you can share something like so I can watch, that'd be really good. So I'll talk to you on Thursday, and yeah, remember, if you've got any question, just let me know.
Okay.
Okay, so have a great evening.
Okay, you do.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.